Hello students, today we are starting the next lesson, measurement of physical quantities. So if you see here in the picture, you will notice that how are the various articles, materials shown in the picture is measured. So first of all, brinjal. I think you are also going with your mother to bring the market to going in market to bring the vegetables. So at that time the vegetable vendor he is what happens, weighing these brinjals. Okay, and these brinjals are there. He's, as you know, that he is using what, he is weighing using a pan, and what happens, he is giving in 1 kg, half kg, 1/4 kg, means quarter kg. We are saying pav kilo, half kilo, ardha kilo, 1 kilo. In that way we are taking these brinjals. Okay, now here it is the thread. This is the thread. If you see here, this thread is there, otherwise ribbon is there, that we are measuring by using the unit, that is the what, meter. Okay, meter. 5 meter ribbon give, 1 meter thread is there, otherwise rope is there, 10 meters rope is there. In that way we are measuring the thread, otherwise rope. Now spinach. Okay, so spinach we are taking in the bundle. Okay, so one bundle, two bundles, we are taking this spinach, otherwise leafy vegetables. Okay, then these leafy vegetables are present in the bundles, so we are taking in quantities, 1 2 3. In that way, it may be coriander, it may be the methi. These things we are taking, that greeny vegetables we are taking in the quantity of which 1 2 bundles, in that way. Next it is milk. Milk we are taking in bundle, we are taking in kg. Yes, no, we are taking it in the liters. So liquid things are there. Milk is liquid. Liquid things are there, that things we are taking in liters. It may be milk, it may be oil, okay, it may be water, otherwise any other liquid that we are taking, kerosene, petrol, it is there, we are taking in the liters. Next here it is the gold ring is there. Okay, gold ring is there, and diamond is also, it is there. Here it is the diamond, here also diamonds are there, and here it is the gold ring. So gold rings are there, that we are taking in which unit, that is, okay, it is actually diamond, if it is there, its carats are there. Okay, and we are weighing it into the what we are saying to it. So actually gold is present in the carats. Okay, it is 22 carat gold, 24 carat gold, 20 carat gold. In that way, as per the carat, the gold rate is there, and that gold rate is there, it is for the milligram, it is for the milligram. So 10 milligrams is equals to how much, 1 tola. In Marathi we are saying tola. Okay, so that is we using unit, we are using for the gold. If it is a diamond, so diamond is using, diamond's carats is there, diamond is measuring in the carats, and as per carat the diamond's rate is fixed. Next it is the cloth. Okay, cloth also it is there, we are measuring in the meter. 5 meter cloth is required for the salwar kurta, otherwise in that way we are speaking in our daily life. So if you see these quantities, okay, so these quantities are there, that is brinjal, it may be the ribbon thread or whatever is there, the bundle of spinach, liters in the milk, then rings, gold ring in the milligram. If the diamond is there, it is measuring in the carats, and cloth we are measuring in the unit of what, it is called as a meter. So these are the quantities, these various articles and these materials are there, and that we are measuring in the different units. If you see here, it is, here I am using kg, here I am using meter, here I am using the 1 2 bundles, here it is liter. Okay, here it is what, milligram. Okay, and here it is meter. So in that way, if you see here, I used here different units for the different articles. Now we will move towards the next point. physical quantities. In day-to-day life, in day-to-day life, we measure many things. Which are those things? Such as fruits. I am taking, vegetables, food grains, temperature of the body, or some liquids. Okay, liquids inside we are buying the oil, otherwise we are taking the petrol, diesel to run the vehicles, otherwise volume of the liquid, density of various substances. We are measuring the density of various substances, speed of vehicle, etc. Quantities such as, which quantities? Mass, weight, distance, speed, temperature, volume. These are called as a physical quantities. Understand all of you? To measure the different things. Okay, it may be the weight of vegetables, food grains, temperature of body, some liquids, volume of liquids, then density of various substances, the speed of vehicle, quantities such as mass. So to measure these all things, what we are using? The quantities we are using, and these quantities are such, which quantities are those? Mass, weight, distance, speed, temperature, volume. These are called as a physical quantities. So this is the definition of physical quantities. So all of you learn this definition, underline it first of all and learn it. Then a value and unit are used to express the magnitude of physical quantity. What they told you? A value and unit are used to express the magnitude of physical quantity. For example, see here. So, for example, here what they told you, the value and unit are used to express the magnitude. For example, how much brinjals we have to buy from the shop? So, what we are saying? 1 kg. So 1 is the value, kg is a unit. Okay, how much liter of milk you have to bring from the dairy? So 5 liter. Okay, so 5 is the quantity, liter is its a unit. Okay, again what is the distance between the two places? Suppose Mumbai to Pune, so suppose it is 100 or 200 kilometers. So 200 is a value and kilometer is its a unit. Okay, how many coriander do you want? So 2 bunches. So 2 is the unit and bunch is the what? 2 is the quantity and bunch is the, it's a unit. So in that way we are using the values and unit together. We have to for express the magnitude. Okay, then we are understanding that what value and unit, both if we are speaking, we are understanding that magnitude of the that physical quantity. Okay, so suppose if you go to the shop and you say that give me 1 liter of the milk, then that person understand that you want 1 liter of milk. So 1 and liter, here it is 1 is the value and liter is its a unit, and this liter unit is using for the liquids. Okay, keep this in your mind. If you are taking the solid things, we are using the unit kg. Okay, kg, gram, that milligram, in that way. And same for the liquids, we are using the unit liter, milliliter, in that way. Next point is the, so here gave one example. Swarali walks 2 kilometer every day. So in this sentence, 2 and kilometer, it is the magnitude, what magnitude of a distance? It is the magnitude of a distance that Swarali walks. In that 2 is a value and kilometer is its a unit. In this example, 2 is the value and kilometer is the unit, express the magnitude of the distance, which is a physical quantity and which is a physical quantity. So in that way we are using the value and its quantity unit together. Next it is the scalar quantity. So first of all we will understand what is scalar quantity. A quantity that can be completely expressed by its magnitude alone. What they told you, a quantity that can be completely expressed by its magnitude alone is called as a scalar quantity. Okay, for example, so the value with unit is used to express quantities such as length, breadth, area, mass, temperature, density, time and work, etc. So in this inside, these units are there. in this direction of this thing is not important. If you see here, what is the definition? The quantity that completely express the magnitude alone magnitude using, for example, length, length of a garden. Okay, here we are taking direction in account. Breadth of a garden, area of school, area of a bus stand. So mass, okay, how much is the mass, temperature, density, time, work. This inside only we are taking the magnitude. So we are saying that how much is the length? 5 meter is the length. How much is the breadth? 3 meter. Area is, how much is the area? So suppose it is 200 meter square. Okay, so length, just I told you. Area, mass 1 kg, temperature 5 degree Celsius, density it has its unit different, time 5 o'clock. In that way we are using work. These are the things in that what happens, we are not taking the direction into an account. Okay, so we say that length of a tunnel is 2 kilometer. The fever temperature is 101 Fahrenheit, degree Fahrenheit, etc. Okay, so in this scalar quantity inside, you have to keep this thing in your mind that what we are taking only magnitude in account. Only magnitude is in account. But in the vector quantity, the quantity that express completely when magnitude and direction are both is called as a vector quantity. Means in scalar quantity the direction is not taking in account, but in the vector quantity direction is taking into an account. Okay, so direction we are taking into account. So here what they told you, how to this. So the definition, this is the definition of vector quantity. You have to learn this scalar quantity's definition. This is the definition of scalar quantity. A quantity that can be completely expressed its magnitude only, it is called as a scalar quantity. It is very important if you go in the further classes, and 11th 12th also it is very important. This is the base. If you understand how to identify the scalar quantities and vector quantities, then your physics will be good. Okay, next this is the definition of scalar quantity, and here is the definition of vector quantity. So what is vector quantity? The vector quantity is expressed completely when the magnitude and direction both we are taking into an account. That quantities are called as a vector quantities. So this is the definition. You have to learn this also and write also and send me. Next, so which are the examples of this vector quantities? So the examples are here: displacement, velocity are vector quantities. For displacement, velocity, we are taking the direction into an account. For example, see here, the displacement of 20 kilometer towards the north direction. So displacement means this is the original place, and north, as you know that these are the directions. Upside it is north, south, that is east, and that is west. So here when that person is there, he is displacing 20 kilometers towards the north direction, then we can say that we are understanding that where it is going, towards which direction. So north direction. So we can show that this is suppose the original position, north direction is from here to here. So suppose this is 20 kilometer is the distance. So here if you see 20 kilometer, that also magnitude also we are taking in account, and the direction also we took in account, because here this man displaces towards the north direction. If I said he displaces 20 kilometer towards east, then I will show this direction. Yes, because east is here, so 20 kilometer here it will go, then that person will go. In that way, if you see here, then we are using the what directions here, and that's why this is the vector quantity. Now one more example is given here. The aeroplane flying at a velocity of 500 km per hour towards Mumbai. So where is the place? From that place, where is the Mumbai? At that direction we are taking into account to show the Mumbai. Okay, so here also we are taking the direction into account, and that's why it is a vector quantity. So which are the vector quantities? quantities, that is displacement and the velocity, are the which quantities are there? These are the vector quantities. Okay, now here it is the mass. What is mass? What we are thinking, mass means weight. That is our general opinion, but actually it is not like that. So see here, what is mass? What is mass? The amount of matter present in a substance is called a mass. It is the definition. The amount of matter present in a substance is called as a mass. So if you are taking your example, how much is the matter present in your body? That is your mass. That is your mass. So here this is the mass. How much is the matter present in the suppose one brinjal is there, present in one brinjal, that is its mass. Okay, if you are taking the example of now your mobile is there in your hand, so how much matter is present in that mobile is its mass. Okay, so mass is different and weight is different. How it is, that I will explain you forward. First understand matter. Matter means what I told you, how much is the matter present inside the substance is called as its mass. Now matter has natural tendency to resist a change in its state, which is called as a inertia. Okay, for example, state changes means what happens, it is changing its place. Okay, matter has a natural tendency. Which is that tendency? To change its state, and that is called as a inertia. Okay, so this is the definition of inertia. So many definitions are there every day in this lesson. So many definitions are there. So each definition you have to write five times, and then you have to learn it. Okay, now mass is a qualitative measure of the inertia of an object. So what is mass? Mass is a qualitative measure of the inertia of an object. So inertia means what? Matter has natural tendency to resist a change in its state. Means, first of all we will understand. So every object is, suppose I kept it here stone, it remains at its state place till whenever I am not applying any kind of external pressure force on it. If I apply force on it, what happens? It moves from here to here. When I am applying the force on it, if I apply force here, then it will goes to this side. If I apply force from here to here, it will goes here. So till I am not applying any kind of force on this stone, okay, it tried to remains in its original place, and that tendency is called as a inertia. It is a simple definition. Understood what I told you that? So matter means who? This stone, suppose has natural tendency to resist, means this stone has its own tendency to remain at its state. It is okay, and that tendency is called as a inertia. Okay, and what is mass then? Here they told you mass. Mass is a qualitative measure of the inertia of an object. So what is mass? It is a qualitative measure of inertia of an object. Okay, larger the mass, greater is the inertia. Okay, if we will take example of the that murmura. Okay, when we blow it, easily it can change its place and it moves from one place to another. But instead of, if you will take 1 kg mass, 1 kg stone if you are taking, and you just blow it, it can change its place? No, it is not. And why this is? Because here the reason is that, the reason is the larger the mass, greater is the inertia. Okay, the murmura is there, its weight is very less, that of the what? The 1 kg stone. So when we just blow it, it can change its place, but this stone is not changing its place. Okay, mass is a scalar quantity. Why? Because here just see, scalar quantity means direction we are not taking into an account, and here also they gave you mass is a scalar quantity. Okay, and scalar quantity, it does not change from place to place anywhere. Means you, if your mass is there, how much is the mass is there in your body, it is remains same. If you are here, if you go to the moon, if you changing any place, if you go to mountain, if you go to deep under the sea for diving and all, then also what happens, then your mass is not changing. It does not change from place to place anywhere in the world. Anywhere you just go, your mass is not changing. The quantity of mass and weight are however different. So what is difference? Mass and weight, these two things are very totally different from one another, mass and weight. However, different gram and kilogram are the units of mass. When we use the two pan common balance in a shop, we compare the two masses. Okay, so here when we are going in the shop, and if you are taking any, suppose 1 kg potato we are taken, so here we are comparing, that person is there, he has a this pan he has, and in that pan one inside he is keeping weight and one inside he is keeping the potatoes, and what happens, then we are comparing the two masses. So this is the called as a mass. Tomorrow we will see the weight and the difference between mass and weight also we will see tomorrow. Today we will stop here only. Okay, so all of you learn the definition today, and then write and send me. Okay, thank you, have a good day.